Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today is of course Solosis Spotlight Hour on Pokemon Go, and we are just missing our attachment for our microphone, so we're all going to head back and just get that and then we'll start. Hey Vincent, how are you? Just tired as fuck. Yeah, it's been another long, very warm day here in the UK. But yeah, so we'll be doing Spotlight Hour in just a moment. It's 1:01 right now here. That's great. Is that in the afternoon, I'm guessing? Is that 1:01 in the afternoon? I don't know if that's in the afternoon or not. Right, so I've just 10:54 AM. Oh, you mean like temperature wise 101? Sorry. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, it's absolutely roasting. Way too hot. There's like no breeze here as well. We work in degrees Celsius, so that's why it took me a bit to work out what you're on about. But yeah, 101 degrees Fahrenheit. It's hot. Way too hot. I'll invite you to Cairo, everybody. Yeah, I'm not gonna. No point just joining a chat and then just spamming messages, getting people to add you. So it's 5:55 PM. Of course, Tuesday means Spotlight Hour, and tonight is no different. We've got Solosis being featured as the Spotlight Hour Pokemon, which is actually pretty cool because we don't have many events where Solosis has been in the wild, in spawning events. So it's quite cool to have a chance of getting it shiny. It can be shiny, 1 in 512 odds tonight, so it is full odds of being shiny. So it's just a case of whether we're going to be lucky enough to encounter it or not tonight as we're walking around and hunting for it. So again, ran out of storage space. Definitely need to clean out some of this before the Spotlight Hour. Let's, in fact, we did mark up a few things to evolve, and we're probably going to delete these. We will get loads of Solosis, so this will just save us deleting things along the way. So there's no Solosis spawns at the moment. We've got around about 4 minutes until they start appearing in the game, and when we do, we'll also get 2 times transfer candy. So it's also a really good time to get rid of all your legendaries that you've been keeping from the past few raid hours maybe, or the last few raid bosses that we've had. It's a good time to get rid of those because you get twice as much candy for transferring them now than you will do any other way. King K said hi. Hey King K, how are you? Yeah, I ran out of raid passes. Oh, Vins. Yeah, the bell worked too. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad that the subscribing bell worked for your notification. Might as well sort that out anyway. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Yeah, not bad. It's warm, but we have got a little bit of a breeze now. Throughout most of today, it's just been really hot, but with no breeze, just really muggy. But we are starting to get a little bit of a breeze now, which is actually quite nice. Gopher Feta. So of course, while we're playing this event prior to the Spotlight Hour starting in 3 minutes time, it is of course still the Phantom Ruins event, and that event saw the release of Gigantamax Inteleon at a weekend in conjunction with the Go Fest Paris event, and also we have got a shiny increased chance for Phantom and Gopher Feta this event. It finishes tomorrow at 8 PM, so an hour after your raid hour will finish. Raid hour 6 PM till 7 PM local time, and the event Phantom Ruins will finish an hour after. And another really good bonus with Phantom Ruins is 2 times catch XP. So we're going to be putting a luck egg on for that reason during the Spotlight Hour, and hopefully hitting some excellent throws with Solosis. I'm hoping that's the case anyway, but we'll see how easy that is to do. Hey Moona, how are you? Thanks very much for joining. Kiki's in the chat as well. Thanks very much for joining, Kiki. Hopefully you're okay. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. What's your best Pokemon in terms of most useful or just higher CP? Probably, to be honest, it's probably the same. Probably the same at the moment. I used to have Regigigas as a higher CP, which isn't very useful at all, really. But of course, since then we've had White Kyurem being released, and that is now best ice type in the game, White Kyurem, and as you can see there, sat at 5,206 CP, which is just ridiculous. I know that these Zacian and Zeromazenta, when you change the forms, actually go up to around about 5,700 when you max them out, which is insane. But 5,200 is still very, very good for a Pokemon to reach, especially when it's not a mega CP. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that one. And of course, we have a Hundo one of it as well, which is awesome, and we've already best buddied it. So if we wanted to, we could increase its level by 1 by using it as our buddy in a raid, and that would just bring the CP up a little bit more. How do you get the heart? That little heart badge, that is best buddy badge. So you have to have it as your buddy and basically just keep feeding it and stuff like that. Keep interacting with it, and then the hearts of your buddy will go up. So yeah, that's just a best buddy badge. Right, so Solosis Spotlight Hour has started. Let's go ahead and put a luck egg on. And we are also going to start our daily adventure incense and do Roar of Time. So we're going to do this for 30 minutes, which will bring both the daily adventure incense and the luck egg up to an hour's long. And we might as well put a star piece on as well. We have got quite a few of those, so we'll just put one of those up, and again that means we'll have an hour of star piece with us having the Roar of Time going as well. So I'll pause that for half an hour, and then it will start eating away at the half an hour that the star piece gives us. So excellent throws is going to be key during the Spotlight Hour. Of course, we are wanting the shiny as well, but let's have a quick look and see what XP we are on. Now, my yearly goal is to get to 1 billion XP by the end of this year. So we are closely getting to 800 million, meaning around about 200 million after Go Fest is what we will need for the rest of the year. Still a lot of work to do, but at the moment, today, we are just over 793.5. So we're just over 793.5. Remember that. We will check again at the end to see how much we have earned. But at the moment, Solosis seems to be quite nice to do an excellent throw. Commentator's Curse, we didn't manage to do one then. But we are managing to do a few excellent throws, which is good. It's good. Getting headed back, which is rather annoying from Solosis. but still. Let's try again. There we go. And of course, we'll pick up a field research task as we go around. The event field research tasks are really easy to complete this event. A lot of them are the likes of catch 10 Pokemon, catch 7 species of different Pokemon, and stuff like that, which are really easy to complete. Perhaps not the 7 different species during a spotlight hour, but after the spotlight hour, those ones will be easy to complete again. And those tasks reward Phantom and also Gothophyta, the boosted shinies, and we also get a few more task encounters as well, like the likes of Rufflet, which is also a nice task encounter to have. But Gothophyta and Phantom, we actually managed to get a shiny Phantom yesterday, just on the live stream, just about 5 minutes after we started, from a research task. So that was actually quite nice. Hopefully we can bring you another shiny today, whether it be Solosis, whether it be a Phantom, whether it be a Gothophyta. We'll wait and see. But hopefully we can get one today on the live stream. That would be awesome. So I'll just catch these and I'll get up to date with the comments. Yeah, like Vincent says, please make sure to go like and subscribe. That'll be absolutely fantastic. If you're new, please get involved in the comments down below as well. I love interacting with you all in the comments, so please make sure to do that. It's my first time getting a shout out. Muna, hopefully that's how you pronounce your name. I apologise if it's not, but hopefully that's right. I'll sub before I go. Okay, thanks very much, Muna. I'm 2 candies off. Oh, that's close, Kiki. I almost have a black Kyurem, which is also shiny. The black Kyurem does look amazing as a shiny. It is all absolutely incredible. I've actually got one. The best Kyurem that I've managed to get is a 93 IV. It's 15, 15, 12, I believe. Let's have a quick look at that. And we'll confirm that. Let's just put an egg on before we forget. And let's just have a look at Kyurem. And as you can see, the black Kyurem, so the 93 shiny Kyurem that I got from Lucky Trade, there you go, 15, 15, 12. I decided to go and fuse it with a black Kyurem and make it into a black Kyurem, should I say. Obviously fusing it with Zekrom for that to happen. And I did that mainly because of how the shinies look. The white one does change, but not as much as the black one. So the black Kyurem just looks so sick with those green parts on the back. It just looks absolutely amazing. Obviously comparing it to the normal there, you can see that one's a 98, but still that shiny Kyurem just looks absolutely incredible. And potentially something we can silver bottle cap. Of course, silver bottle cap will only increase 1 stat, but the gold bottle cap, which is coming out in a couple of days, start of next week, we'll start getting a research for it, so that'll be exciting. And a load more information have been released on that. We'll do a video separate about that information, but that gold bottle cap will increase each and every single stat, so HP, defense and attack, and depending on how much you increase it by depends on how harder tasks you will receive during your hyper training. So we'll get into all that on another video, but it is something very, 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 very cool to look forward to. And obviously means you've got a big option to make, whether you buy the ticket and actually get the bottle cap, and of course what you're going to use it on. So that is a big option for anybody playing Pokemon Go over the next couple of weeks. Nundo to Hundo, yeah, you can actually do a Nundo to a Hundo. It will take quite some time, Aston, but yeah, a Nundo to a Hundo is possible with a gold bottle cap. So we are still managing to hit these excellent throws pretty well. This is not the day to be walking up a hill. I really regret coming this way sometimes, especially when it's blistering heat. how do bottle caps work? So I'll explain it briefly, but like I say, I will do a separate video on it, Kiki. So the bottle cap is going to be an item in the deluxe version of the pass of the event next week. So there's going to be an event next week called Ancients Discovered, and the deluxe pass, so similar to like the monthly pass that we get at the moment, where you can have a free one or the deluxe one. And obviously at the moment, if you buy the deluxe one at rank 100, you get a lucky trinket. Very similar to that, at rank 100 of this other one, which is being released next week during the Ancients Discovered, you'll get a bottle cap at rank 100 if you buy the premium version. So you've got to buy the premium version. It's going to cost $19.99, so $20. So it's very, very expensive. But basically what it means is that you can hyper train any Pokemon that you want. So you can turn a 5'11" into a Shundo. If you've got a 5'11" shiny, you can hyper train it, change its stats to a Shundo. So it would be very, very cool. And of course, it means you've got a big, big decision to make. But basically, each time you increase a stat, you will get a set of tasks to do that you have to do with that Pokemon as your buddy or as your partner. And once you've started to do those tasks, it will slowly start increasing its stats. So each task will increase its stat by 1. And then once you've completed those tasks, you'll get another set of tasks up until the point where you've reached your goal, which is probably going to be Hundo for most people. Unless, of course, you're trying to aim for specific PvP IVs or something like that. You can set which IVs you want to be, like what you want to reach as a milestone in each IV. So if you are a big, big PvP goer, you could get something that's probably not the best stats for PvP and make it into the best stats. But of course, I think a lot of people are going to be turning non-Hundos and non-Shundos into Hundos and Shundos with a bottle cap. That's probably going to be one of the biggest uses of it, because everybody knows how hard it is to get a Shundo on the game. How much is $20 in pounds? So it would be £20 for us. The conversion rate isn't 1-to-1, but when it comes to Pokemon Go, it will be the same for us. So it'll be £20 for us. And I think that's £20 for us is probably around about $25, something like that. I think there's a little bit of a difference, but yeah, it will be £20 in UK or $20 in America. So yeah, it is probably the most expensive ticket they have sold, because GoFest tickets sell for $14.99. So it is the most expensive ticket we sold, but you do get a one-off item, and it is only going to be one-off at the moment. The tasks that you get, that you have to do, is that a 6-star egg? Let me have a look. No, 5-star egg. It is a 5-star egg. Yeah, 26 minutes until it hatches. I don't mind doing some Kyogre if people want to do Kyogre tonight. Don't mind doing some of them at all, because I'm still chasing a Hundo Kyogre. Same thing, still legendary egg. Yeah, definitely. Right, so we've got quite a few Solosis around here, so we're just going to see if we can catch these before we walk too far. So just failing a little bit on the excellent throws. Let's try and get it into a better rhythm with those. Headed back to our Shundo Metagross. That's definitely one thing I don't have to use a bottle cap on. Nice little Shundo from a lucky trade. Can you try and join us? I haven't got any remote raid passes, unfortunately. I do apologise. I haven't got any remote raid passes. And I'm a bit reluctant to buy some because I know I'll be using some during GoFest. So yeah, I do apologise for that, Kiki. So we're starting to hit the X and throws a little bit better now. And it may be difficult, especially in this sun, it may be difficult to actually spot a shiny one if we do get one, because the shiny doesn't change drastically, but with the sun glowing on the screen, it's going to be difficult to spot anything shiny today. You might see it fine, but I might struggle. It may be a bit of a delayed reaction if we do get one, which hopefully we do. I'm hoping that we can get a shiny Solosis today. I think I've had 3 shiny Solosises in the past, but none of them are any good. They're all 0-star. They're absolutely terrible. So I'm hoping for something better so at least we can evolve it. Because at the moment I haven't evolved any of the ones that I've got so far, because I can't bring myself to evolve a 0-star shiny. So there is also a Phalanx Dynamax here, which I don't mind doing, because we haven't got a shiny Dynamax Phalanx. And Phalanx will get a new Mega released on Pokemon ZA, believe it or not. Phalanx, which is already a very, very huge Pokemon, is going to get a Mega version. How big that is going to be, I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see when that gets released. It's going to be absolutely crazy. But that also means you'll be able to Mega Evolve the Phalanx with a train costume during Pokemon Go Fest, which is awesome. May have to wait a few months until, or maybe even years, until Mega Phalanx gets released in the game, but still, it's going to be there in your storage, ready to go for whenever that day appears. But yeah, the Phalanx with a train costume is one of the best costumes ever. What is a Mega Pokemon right now? We'll keep an eye out. I believe it might be, what was it now? I did see a graphic the other day. Is it Mega Swampert or something like that? Let's see if we can keep an eye out. I'll check after this, see if there's any on the nearby. Vin's message got held for review, so not anybody else can see it, but he basically said he's going to take a nap at work. I think the reason it got held for review was because of the language used, but yeah, Vin says he's basically going to take a nap at work. Wait, I need to go real quick. Yeah, okay, Kiki, that's fine. Don't worry about that. My bad. Vin's apologised for his language. Yeah, that's no worries, Kiki. No problem. So dodge a Megahorn, and I think this is our only Gigantamax. So this is Gigantamax Gengar, shiny one of course, and it's a 98. So very, very cool shiny 98 Gigantamax Gengar. The Phalanx does take a little bit just to take down. Swap into one of the Dynamaxes. And then start spamming that fast move. So if you don't know, with Dynamaxes and also with Gigantamaxes, it's better not using the charge move. Only keep spamming the fast move like I'm doing here. So click elsewhere on the screen. You'll see that charge move at the bottom is all ready to go. It's fully charged up, the most it can be, but I'm not going to be using it. And that is because the fast move and the charge move charge up the max meter exactly the same amount. But of course, the charge move, the animation for that takes a lot longer. So you can actually charge up that max meter a lot quicker without using any charge move, and just instead waiting for you to Gigantamax, then use your Gigantamax move or Dynamax move in this instance with this Gengar. So Dynamax Gengar on this occasion, seen as into yellow. YouTube is so sensitive, yeah it is. The Phalanx has got superpower on this occasion. Not doing much damage to our Gengar, luckily. But it's still taking a while to take down. So we'll switch into our Gigantamax. We should do a bit more damage with that. And then it's only at the stage where we've got a sliver of health left when we're going against the Gigantamax boss. That's when we'll start using our charge move just to take it down a little bit more quickly. And that way you may just save yourself from having to Dynamax or Gigantamax one last time. So on this occasion we'll start spamming that charge move, because you'll see it taking chunks off, and it may just save us from having to Dynamax or Gigantamax. So attack incoming, we'll swap to our other Gengar, our Dynamax one, which of course has moves charged up ready to go. You can see there the animation difference, just how much longer it takes to throw that charge move. And it doesn't look like we're going to save ourselves from having to Dynamax again. It looks like it's going to make us do it anyway. Yeah, there we go. Going home and nap after work. That's fair play. So there we go, Dynamax Phalanx down and out. Let's have a quick look and see if we manage to get the shiny and or if we manage to get a good one. So of course, Lucky Egg is on. We will get increased XP, 15,000 XP, and of course an in-person bonus, making it 17,500. No shiny and 1322, which I don't think is terrible. I've definitely had ones in the lower 13s before. So 1322 is hopefully not going to be too bad. Let's just have a quick look here. Yeah, it's not terrible. Not terrible. 13, 15, 12 on that one. So not brilliant, but not terrible. I'll take it. It'll probably be one of the best Phalanx I've got for a time being. Dynamax Phalanx, that is. So I'll take it for now. Now, the only thing annoying about Solosis is when it starts moving side to side. That is when it becomes a little bit annoying to catch and to hit excellent throws on. Because it just keeps moving side to side like the last few have. Rhyhorn will catch him because it's a easier excellent throw than Solosis, even though it hit that one back at us. Terrible excellent throw that was. Absolutely terrible. Commentator's curse yet again. We can do it on a Phantom though. Makes up for it. Can we get a Solosis behind the stop? There we go. Four, five, six off the incense. Have we caught that one? Yes, we have. So of course, usually daily adventure incense during a spotlight hour, you do start to see quite a lot of the spotlight hour spawns coming from it. But we have had quite a few glaring birds appear when we've been doing spotlight hour as well. So I don't think it interrupts the glaring bird spawns that much. May do a little bit. But we have had a couple of glaring birds off it. And in fact, our only shiny glaring bird appeared while we got our incense on during a community day. So the community day spawns were obviously affecting it. We were getting mostly community day Pokemon spawns. And then we managed to get a glaring Articuno and it was shiny, which was absolutely awesome. And in fact, yesterday on the live stream when we were doing Max Monday, we did have 2 glaring Articunos appear on our daily adventure incense. Again, we extended it for an hour and we managed to get 2 glaring Articunos in that daily adventure incense, which was awesome. Unfortunately, both of them were over 2000 CP. One of them was weather boosted, one of them wasn't, and none of them stayed aboard. We both fled after the first one, broke out, and to be fair, I didn't throw the most amazing throws, didn't get a nice on either of them, nor great or excellent, so probably down to a little bit of my fault, but still, it's difficult to catch him at that CP, whether you throw an excellent throw or not. I think the chance of catching him is going to be very, very minute with that sort of CP. So let's spin that stop there and Vanillite off the daily. It's just what I need in this sunny weather as an ice cream. Terrible throw again on that again. Just Solosis moving off to the side. As you can see, Solosis is weather boosted. Another thing we can do as well during this spotlight hour, it's a little bit annoying that I've only just thought of this halfway through, but Psychic and Mega Free, and we will Mega Evolve a Psychic Pokemon, and that will help us with the Solosis spawns and help us get additional candy as well as additional XP. We'll get 100 XP more every single Solosis that we catch, and of course it has a chance of dropping more candy and more Candy XL with us having a Mega of the same typing. So let's collect those particles there. So if we watch this animation through on this occasion, you should be able to see those bonuses. Got a bit of bollico, hopefully it helps a little. You're a good brother. Try and hit the X and throws as much as I can, but yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out. Can't do it every time, I suppose. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments below what you are going to be using your bottle cap on, and if you're going to be buying me ticket, let me know in the comments. My wife got jealous because I had Pokemon from the UK and they're legendary. Awesome. Squavet off a daily adventure incense. A normal incense spawn you'll see, but not something really exciting, I suppose. We are smashing the X on throws now. Getting into a little bit of a rhythm. Done Sparso, that might break the rhythm a little bit. Great throw on that one. Yeah, it definitely helps you level up. I don't think there's anything as quick really as leveling up with friendship levels. Of course, events like this event where you can get 2 times XP, and we've obviously had it in the past where you've had 3 times and 4 times catch XP during certain events, which have been absolutely insane. But still, leveling up with friendships is probably one of the easiest ways to level up in the game in terms of XP as well. So it is a super useful way. And of course, you can have 450 friends at the moment on your friends list. It's just a shame that your gift limit, unless you buy these certain tickets, tends to be like 20 a day, which does mean you take quite a while and you're forever waiting on people to potentially open your gift or you to open theirs because you can't get around to it. It does really take the mick with that, but still, it's a very good way to level up nonetheless. By any chance, do you play any other games? I try and play a few other games, but not many. Not many. I don't invest any time in any games really. I play a little bit of Rocket League. Fortnite, just don't really play that much. I have got it, but don't really go on it that much myself. But yeah, I do a little bit of Rocket League, but it's very little because Pokemon Go just takes up so much of my time. With running a community, it's just so time consuming, so you don't end up with any spare time, really. Even when you are at home, you sort of sat in front of a computer and either editing YouTube videos or you're doing something for a community, putting information on for them and different things like that. So yeah, it does become very time consuming. But I like doing it. It's a hobby that I like doing. So we gotta play dance. Yeah, maybe sometime we'll play. Hopefully after all these Pokemon events have calmed down a bit with GoFest. Like we mentioned yesterday, every Zay next week has got a raid hour featuring one of the Reggies. There's a different Reggie each night. Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice, Reggie Steel. Then we have Reggie Drago, Reggie Alecki. Each one of those have got a raid hour throughout next week. And they all have a chance of having a special background as well as being shiny. So loads to be doing next week, and unfortunately that means we're not going to be able to do any live videos next week. So it's a little bit of a bummer, but still we will be hosting those in the community. Right, so let's catch all these Solosis around here because there is a lot to catch. Hey Kincaid, welcome back. working our way through these Solosis. Hitting the excellent throws quite well, and we have run out of storage, so let's just get rid of all these Solosis. 136 of them gone in the bin, and we can start catching again. So happy that I took the time to set up that search string, because in these scenarios you just save yourself having to go through all your Pokemon and sort them and delete them while the event is on. We can literally just group select, select a filter, group select and delete. Loads of time saved. Right, so somebody asked about raids before, and also what was on Mega Raids. I can't see there what's on Mega Raids. Any luck with shinies yet? No, unfortunately not, Aston. No shiny Solosis as of yet. We'll check to see if we managed to get any hundos so far. No, but we have got a hundo Grimer. When did that appear? I can't even remember catching a hundo Grimer today, but we caught one. Maybe earlier on in the day. I don't know, but we got a hundo Grimer somewhere from today. And yesterday we got a hundo Phantom. So 2 hundos in 2 days, and I'll take that. In fact, if we look at the hundos, I've actually been on quite the hundo roll, because there's a hundo there on the 15th, 14th, 14th, the 3rd. So there's quite a jump there of 11 days. But if you go from the 14th, we had a hundo Phantom on the 14th, hundo Scorpion on the 14th, hundo Voltorb on the 15th, hundo Gollit on the 15th, hundo Trico on the 15th. So we had 3 hundos that day. Then we had a hundo Phantom yesterday, and now a hundo Grimer. I'll take that. I'll take that. We've had quite the hundo roll. We have had quite some hundo roll. I caught 2 Dittos today. Yeah, I think Dittos, I definitely know Ditto can disguise as Gothorita. I think it can disguise as Rhyhorn as well, if I'm right in saying, because I've had a couple of Dittos myself this event. But yeah, I think Rhyhorn and Gothorita can both be Ditto at this moment. So it is an event where we are seeing a few Dittos about because of those spawns being increased. Now I do want to spin that Pokestop as well here. Let's just get that Duskull. And then we'll spin that stop. Phantom, no shiny. So we seem to be easier to hit an excellent throw on Phantom than we do Solosis, which is pretty insane. Although we're not doing too bad on Solosis. We're hitting them okay. It's just whether we're staying in the ball. We're being weather boosted. I'm not sure whether we're staying in the ball or not. We seem to be with the great balls that we're using. May get to a stage where we've got to start using ultra balls very, very soon. Phantom, no shiny.
Hi, Don.
Oh, you alright? Yeah, not bad. Didn't even realise I recognised them. They're still popping off the excellent throws, but no shiny Solosis at this moment in time. What was that screen before Jackie's back? Yeah, I think it was those people who walked past, and then one of them recognised me. I think I know who it was, but I didn't realise who it was until he said hi to me and I turned around. I was too engrossed in Pokemon. Squavette again off a daily. Squavette seems to be enjoying the sun at the moment and appearing quite a few times on the daily so far. Excellent throw. Wimpod. Now, of course, Wimpod was one of the Pokemon we had to vote for, or maybe not vote for, depending on which way you voted. But it was one of the selections for a community day in July. And the winner of that community day choice was Rookedy, and it was hard to see how Rookedy didn't win that. I think Rookedy was first, Wimpod was second, and then there was another two that you could choose from. And Rookedy won by about 70-odd%. So Rookedy Com Day will be on the 19th of July, thanks to that voting process. And it was always going to be Rookedy. It was the only one out of the four that was a new shiny in the game. And of course, Rookedy, everyone likes Corviknight. It looks so cool. And it's shiny, goes to a lovely tan colour. It's like a bronzy colour, similar to like Skarmory when that goes shiny. But perhaps a little bit less bronze colour. So yeah, it does go to a very nice shiny. So I can't wait for that Com Day. So we've got a couple of good Com Days in a row now, with Jangamo Com Day being this weekend, this Saturday in fact, the 21st of June, and 19th of July, next month we will have Rookedy Com Day. So a couple of very nice Com Days, and hopefully decent weather where we can really start getting that XP up and getting those catches up, and hopefully get some decent shinies of both of those as well. A couple more Solosis. And we are 41 minutes past 6 now. So we've got 19 more minutes left of the Spotlight Hour. And then we'll carry on a little bit more after that, because the lucky egg that we've got on, we've got 19 minutes, but it's still 2 times catch XP after that. So what part of the UK are you from? I'm from the middle of the UK, in the Midlands, near Manchester basically, not far from Manchester. So yeah, it's the easiest way to describe it. Solosis. And we have got a radar in, and there is a cliff here. Not a physical cliff, but a Team Go Rocket Leader cliff. So we may do this because, of course, Team Go Rocket Leader cliff has Gibble as its Pokemon. And of course you can encounter that and get it shiny. So that would be a very cool shiny to get, a shiny Shadow Gibble. And unfortunately, that's one of the things you can't use your bottle caps on. You can't use your bottle caps on shiny, or should I say shadows in general. So that's shiny shadows or normal shadows. You cannot use your bottle caps on shadows. And that's mainly the reason, because of course, shadows have a function where you can increase its stats anyway by purification. So that is the reason why you can't use them on shadows. So unfortunately, anybody who'd lined up a shadow Pokemon to use their bottle cap, that won't be able to be the case. So you pretty much got to redecide what you want to do in terms of using that bottle cap. So let's just catch these Solosis around here. And then we will jump in on this battle. So what was the scream? Jackie's back. I think that was a comment from a while ago. Comments seem to have disappeared. Let me just get those back while we're loading up into this battle. So just bear with me just a second while we get the comments back. So Gibble's very, very easy to take down. Skarmory, didn't even see what we were taking down there. Let's swap into Kyogre for Skarmory. Should hopefully be able to just take that down with a couple of fast moves. Shield that. YT Slams is here, yay! Really late. YT Slams is here. He's late, but he's here. Just trying to get the comments up on the other phone. Yeah, hopefully you'll get a Mewtwo soon. It's been a while since we've had Mewtwo in the game, to be fair. It's been a while since he was featured in raids. So this one may look like, being that we were messing about trying to get the comments up, this one may look like the fact that we may not actually do this. We might have to re-go in. My signal sucks right now. No worries, YT Slams. Blocked. And this will just eat us alive. So yeah, we will have to redo this, being that we were messing about trying to get the comments to work on the other phone. And I've still not gone fully working, but we've got some sort of compromise. So let's just do a rematch. Let's heal what we used there. And we'll go straight back in. So there is Gibble down and out. Skarmory just chomps our way through. So let's switch into Kyogre. That will hopefully take the brunt of the damage off Skarmory, and hopefully we can charge up to use Origin Pulse and get rid of its one remaining guard. Let's just use a guard ourselves here. So there you go, this will get rid of its one remaining guard, and then we can work him down slowly, just farm down exactly. YT Slams knows what it's all about. And then charge up to an Origin Pulse here, and then hit Tyranitar with an Origin Pulse. That is the way we're going to go. Tyranitar, Origin Pulse. And super effective, taken down. Tyranitar. Cliff has been defeated. Now I'm hoping for a shiny Gibble, and if we don't get a shiny Gibble, I'm hoping for a decent one. The Hundo weather boosted one is 450 CP. The Hundo non-weather boosted is around about 267. So they're the CPs we need to be looking for. It's not shiny and it's absolutely terrible. We are around about 86 off the CP that we needed. Oh, it's terrible. It's utterly terrible. That is probably one of the worst shadow gibbles I've had, to be fair. It's shocking, that is. Completely shocking. So, let's have a quick look at this. Let me just see if I can get that working there. Yep. So 364 is absolutely terrible. 7. Sorry, I was doing it just disservice. 759 on the RVs. Shocking in every single way. Not something to be powering up. And instead, we perhaps should have just stuck to catching Solosis. That might have been a better idea. But still, we've used the radar now. We can start building up for another radar after Spotlight Hour. So keeping an eye on raids. Of course, we may do a couple of raids after this. It's quite a lot of 1-star eggs. Now, sometimes those 1-stars appear as 1-stars, but when you go on the nearby, they're actually different levels. So I'm hoping that is the case. I'm hoping we've got some Kyogre raid somewhere after Spotlight Hour that we can do. No, don't do any without me. I'll always join. I'll always do some later in the week as well. Don't worry about that. I'll do both. To be honest, I think I've been keeping an eye out for a box in the shop because we are down to 424 premium raid passes now, which I get a little bit unnerved when it's below 500. So I will have to buy some more raid passes at some stage. I'm just waiting for that 99 raid pass box to appear in the shop before I can buy some more. Granidos off for daily. Very, very cool spawn. Nice little peacock. Nice little peacock screen behind me. Tell me you live in the countryside without telling me you live in the countryside. A peacock. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I followed you on TikTok, by the way. Awesome. I'm gonna assume that TT Slams was you. I did see it and I thought, I wonder if that's YT Slams, but of course, TT Slams because of TikTok. I like what you've done there. YT Slams on YouTube, TT Slams on TikTok. It's pretty cool, those. Yeah, TT Slams. I thought it was you. Got the same profile picture as well. Right, let's spin these and see what we've got task-wise. Win a raid. Let's get rid of that one. Excellent throw. Yeah, 10 great balls. Yeah, we're running low on great balls now. 6 now. Catch 10 Pokemon. Hatina, the new Dynamax. Probably do that in a moment. Let's jump in that Dynamax Hatina now. Let's swap into our Gigantamax because it looks incredible. Yeah, it's a PlayStation hat. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool little PlayStation hat. Looks pretty cool. Had it years, but I had to just wear my blue one because it's a little bit more comfier, but I don't know where I've put my blue one. Hey Cena, how are you? What's with the sad faces? Nobody's sad when we join my stream. 477 CP. We did get a 481 yesterday, so it'll be slightly worse than that, but that was the best one that we managed to get during Max Monday yesterday. 477 won't be terrible, but I think the hundo's around about 491, so 477 will be a 3-star, and it's 13, 13, 14, so not terrible by any means, but still probably not the best one we've had so far. Like I say, we did have that 481 CP. I think I was 15, 11, 14, but had that all-important attack stat. So let's catch these Solosis around here. And see if we get any last-minute shinies this Spotlight Hour. If you remember, last week was Magnemite Spotlight Hour, and with the very last click, we managed to get a shiny Magnemite, which is absolutely amazing. So let's see if we manage to do something similar this week with only 4 minutes remaining. Can we get a shiny Solosis? That would be so cool if we can. 2 weeks on the bout with inside the last 5 minutes. That would be incredible. Let's just see if there's any more spawns up in this direction. There's a spawn there. No shiny Solosis. Couple more. Yo, remember, Pokemon tuber Karen is in the chat. I do remember it actually being in the chat ages ago. Ages ago. It seems ages ago anyway. But welcome back. Yeah, no worries, YT Slams. Thanks very much for joining. Balvinda carry. Yeah, laters Whitey. Right, so let's jump in. Well, let's see what this task is here. Greavard. Off a catch 10 Pokemon. No one loves me. They do, why? They do, Vinzins. Right, let's have a quick look and see friend levels. We are friend level 3. Are we leveling up with anybody there? No. Friend level 2. We have 1 level there that we have. And YT Slams has left now, but we are going to be leveling up on the next interaction whenever he opens a gift. But let's level up that one. And are we leveling up with this person today? We are. Let's open that up and get that leveled as well. Nice little Volcanion there that he's got as his buddy. And don't think any more today. No. And let's just quickly check friend level 1. And none in that stage. And obviously friend level 0. I don't think there'll be any on that stage. No. So let's just wait for these levels to come up while we've got our lucky egg on. A minute left of our lucky egg. And of course, Spotlight Hour. Don't think we're going to get any more spawns now. So we will have a quick review of how we've managed to do with Solosis in just a moment. I sent gifts. Vinzins did send gifts. I'll get to your gift in just a moment. I was just waiting for the notification of the Ultra Friends coming through on those 2 people. You don't need XP anymore until level 60 comes. Mainly after the XP, just for my own personal goal. At the start of every year, I always set myself some personal goals. And at the start of this year, I set myself a goal of reaching 1 billion XP by the end of the year. Bearing in mind, I started this year on 541.5. Getting to 1 billion by the end of the year is going to be some achievement, I would say. Especially for me, it's took me 9 years nearly to get to 541 million. So getting that, pretty much that same XP again in just 1 year is pretty big. So lucky egg finished, daily adventure intense finished. Yeah, so if Vince puts his code up, I should be able to. I think his in-game name is actually Vinzin. Let me just check my friends list. I think his in-game name is Vinzin as well. Yeah, it is. Send me a gift, Belvinda. So I've just showed Vinzin's code. You should be able to add him there. Let's go for Belvinda. There you go. Nice shiny Zacian you've got there. So let's have a quick look and see how much XP we earned during that Spotlight Hour. And we actually started the evening on 793.5 and we've gone up to nearly 794.6. So 1.1 million XP in that hour, which is very, very good going really in just 1 hour. Of course, We did have the 2 times catch XP. We did have the couple of friendship bonuses as well. So 300,000 of that was from the friendship bonuses. But 700,000 XP from catching alone is pretty decent, even with that 2 times catch XP and obviously 4 times catch XP with those lucky eggs. So very, very decent amount of XP in just 1 hour. And I'm quite happy with that. We are on course to try and hit 800 million before the start of GoFest, which is of course next weekend. Not this weekend, the weekend after. So around about 10 days until GoFest Global, and we are well on course with hitting 800 million before then. We may even hit 800 million on Jangamo Com Day this week, and that is going to be very, very cool if we do. One thing I will be trying to do is, when we are doing Jangamo Com Day, I will be trying my hardest to get that XP total to 8 followed by all the zeros. So a nice clean number. We did it with 700 million, where I managed to get 700 million exactly. Nice clean numbers. So it may take some coordination to do that, to get rid of that 8 at the end. But after that, if we turn that 8 into a 0, we should quite easily be able to round that up quite nicely there to 800 million exact. So that is what I'm going to be aiming for. So fingers crossed we can do that very, very soon. So let's just have a quick look at these tasks. 7 different species of Pokemon. We've got that a couple of times now. And on 2020, Shundo after I use a bottle cap. That is going to be awesome Shundo. That's Yashian. That is going to be absolutely awesome. I was very close to picking my Zacian for a Shundo, and that is because it's a 89, so each stat needs increasing, and it is an extra small one. So I was very, very tempted to do this, and I am still very tempted to do this one with the bottle cap. But I am half wondering whether to perhaps do a Gengar. Gengar being my favourite. I'm really, really tempted to do a Gengar. I so want a Shundo Gengar. TS Games says hi. Hi TS Games, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Yeah, extra small shiny is so cool. It's the only different size shiny of a legendary that I've got. So it's the only extra large or extra small shiny legendary that I have. And it is very, very cool to be Zacian, especially with how useful that is going to be in the game now after it's had its other form released. That is going to be a very, very cool Pokemon. And I was also very, very tempted, and still am tempted, to do a location background shiny. So a couple of years ago, I went to London Go Fest and I managed to get a shiny Yveltal from London Go Fest, and that is still a huge temptation for me. So shiny Yveltal with a London background, maybe to make that into a Shundo. I think if it was confirmation, because obviously Yveltal and Xerneas are going to be the new featured Pokemon in Pokemon ZY, and I think if there was confirmation that they were going to have Megas released, then I would do this Yveltal, but I don't think there's any confirmation that Mega Yveltal and Mega Xerneas are going to be released in the game or going to be coming out of a new game. So with that said, I'll probably save this Yveltal, maybe to the next bottle cap. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what I feel like next week, because it's going to be a very difficult choice what we do. Yeah, it's going to be a different choice. Right, PokeTuber Karen, okay, bye, we'll meet tomorrow again. Sorry, I need to go, I have some important work to do. No worries, Karen, I will be live later this week again now. Tomorrow is Raid Hour, I'll be hosting a community event in my local community for that. So I will be live though, probably Sunday later this week. I'll be going live for a little bit of a walk around and a bit of a chat about the bottle cap and everything like that. Goffer Feeder. And there is a persimmon here as well, so we might be able to do that. Although persimmon's a little bit of a difficult one to take down. There's also that 5-star raid we can see there. 5-star raid, not the one I've been invited to, but that one there. Kyogre, 34 minutes left on it. We can end the stream by doing that Kyogre on the stream. So if anybody wants to do a Kyogre raid, let me know in the comments below. If you aren't already on my friends list, I will add you prior to doing that raid and I'll send you an invite. So let me know in the comments if you want to do a Kyogre raid tonight in the next sort of 5 minutes or so while we make our way up there. Please let me know in the comments below if you're interested. There's a couple of Goffer Feeder here as well, which is shiny boosted during this event. If only. Thanks, Aston. Thanks very much for dropping in. Have a good day. I'll hopefully see you very soon. Goffer Feeder behind the persimmon. So catch 10 Pokemon completed. Let's see what that rewards us. We did get a shiny Phantom from it yesterday. So let's see what we get today. It is Phantom, but no shiny. Still managing to do those excellent throws pretty well on those Phantom. And then a Goffer Feeder, no shiny. So the 2 boosted shiny spawns this event, we managed to get off research back to back, but no shiny of either. Arching is such a cool shiny. Goes to the blue bits on it go to green. Very, very nice shiny. Haven't had one yet this event, but we have already got the family of that complete. Let's see what these rockets are here. Key. Now this one could be a Shadow Ghastly, so let's see if that is the case. It's Gollet. Don't mind Gollet. It can't be shiny, of course. Some of the Team Go Rocket grunts can be shiny if you've already been in the leaders. Gollet isn't one of them, so it can't be shiny. Dusclops. Get a Leaf Blade off on that. And then Frostlass. It should go down pretty well with Kartana. If we can get another Leaf Blade off, that would be brill. There we go. So, Gollet was first. We're probably going to end up with having a Gollet encounter here. Let's see how good that Gollet is. Mystery component, only 1 out of 6. We just did a Clef before, as you saw. But no decent Gibble, nor shiny Gibble. 227 on a Gollet. I'm not sure if that's any good or not. I'll have to have a quick look on that. The only thing with Shadows is that they do move a lot more than the normal version of a Pokemon. Especially in the legendaries. the legendary birds when they were shadow was just so annoying to try and catch because they were just flying about all over the place. 227 is not a very good one at all. We'll go straight to the professor as we speak. Let's see what this one is here. And another key. So maybe another gollet, maybe a duskull. I was praying and hoping that we could get a ghastly. I would really like a decent shadow ghastly. I mean, shadow ghastly is just all what Gengar's about, really, isn't it? Just a shadow. It lives in the shadows. That's literally what it does. So to get a decent shadow Gengar would be so cool. Would be so cool. We didn't heal anything either, so hopefully we can just take this down with our Kartana a little bit. Haunter second. So we may actually end up with a Haunter encounter. That would be pretty cool. I think you have a 85% chance of encountering the first Pokemon, a 15% chance of encountering a second. So we have got a 15% chance of encountering a Haunter. That would be so cool if we do. Let's see what we get from this. Frostlass just needs one more hit and he is down and out. So let's have a quick look and see what we get. Duskull. It was going to be Duskull, wasn't it? 85% chance it was Duskull, and it is a Duskull. A little bit annoying, but oh well. Still, we managed to excellent throw it, which is all good. So I'm going to RSVP into this Kyogre raid and see if I can build any interest through RSVP. Let's just catch the spawns around here and then we will RSVP into it. So click on a raid, click the plus button, and we will do it at that time. Let's see if we gain any interest for it. We may even do it earlier, but let's see if the anticipation can build any interest in the raid itself. So it is a nice little event at the moment. 2x catch XP, the boosted shiny to Phantom and to Gothorita. And quite a lot of the spawns with that 2x catch XP bonus are a nice excellent throw. So a lot of XP on offer if you can hit those excellent throws. With a lucky egg, it'll be over 4,000, nearly 4,500 with a lucky egg. And without a lucky egg, you're looking at around about 2,200, 2,300, something like that. 632 roughly. That seems high. That seems quite high for a rufflet. Hundo rufflet. Come on, Hundo. Oh, so close. 93. 15, 14, 13. That is close. I'll take that. I will take that. Right, so let's see if we manage to get any other Hundos today. Only the Grimer. So no Hundo from Spotlight Hour, Solosis. No Hundo there, no shiny Solosis. And we've not had anything else shiny so far in the wild after the Spotlight Hour is finished. Nice little giraffe egg. Of course, that has a brand new evolution as well, which hasn't yet been released in the game, but Girafarig will evolve into Firafarig, which looks pretty cool. Get ready, your raid will start soon. Don't worry, I'm ready, I'm on my way. Skrelp. I don't think I've seen that spawning too often recently, Skrelp. Scorpy. So catch 10 Pokemon now complete. Let's see if we get anything from these tasks. Greavard, of course, can't be shiny at the moment, Greavard. I would fully expect that to have a shiny release maybe around Halloween time. I can see that happening. And what is the other research task? Rufflet again, 607. We saw how close 632 was, so 607 is not going to be very good, is it? So we are here at the Kyogre raid. We're going to jump in it and see if we can spam some invites and get people interested in joining us. Don't think anyone else has reacted to the RSVP. Unfortunately not. So it is just going to come down to invites and seeing if we can get some invites in. Let's jump in that battle and start spamming invites to anybody who's currently online. Let's get some invites going to a few people who I think may join. I know these people raid quite a bit, so let's see if we can get any of those in. We could probably do with Mega Evolving a Sceptile, so let's swap that for our shiny Sceptile, the one that we've megaed. Is that the one we've megaed? Yeah, it is. So let's go in with that Mega Sceptile. It's not powered up as high as the other one, nowhere near as high as the other one, but still it'll do quite a decent amount of damage. So let's see if any of these join. And if not, we won't worry too much about it. We'll just leave it and go home. We won't stay here all day trying to send invites yes out. If nobody wants to join, then nobody wants to join. It, of course, has got a raid hour tomorrow at Kyogre, so maybe people are just waiting for that raid hour in their local area. And of course, a lot of invites will be getting sent out tomorrow from different people in different areas as well. I know a lot of people do a lot of invite raids tomorrow with each and every raid hour across the globe. So maybe people are just waiting for that. We'll try one last time and see if anybody else wants to join. Let's see if we can get anybody in. Let's try a few different people to what we tried before. Hopefully it will let me send some more invites out soon. You normally have to wait around about 30 seconds after you've sent the first lot of invites out where you can send another lot. So that should be around about a 70-second mark. There we go. Let's see if we can get any of these in. So let's see if any of these want to join our raid lobby. Two people in, that's good. There's nothing else that we can really mega evolve for this. 3 people in. Awesome, we should be able to do it with 3, as long as nobody leaves. Four people in, Trickster's in, so that is awesome. Should easily be able to do it with 4. 3 people, Trickster's gone. Still, should be okay with that. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully it hasn't got an ice move. I'm hoping that is the case. Surf, so we can live with Surf. We can live with Surf. As long as everybody's tapping as hard as he can, then we should be able to live with Surf okay. And of course, it was 20 minutes on the raid, so we could always re-lobby if need to. So we don't waste that raid pass if we do struggle with it. But it's going down pretty decently at the moment. We should know roughly if we'll be able to do this or not when we get down to a yellow mark. And from there, be able to see, give us a good indication what the timer is on it when we go yellow. Hopefully need to be around about yellow by the halfway mark, so around about 150, 160, something like that. And that should give us a good indication whether we are going to be able to do it or not. Sceptile in. So Mega Sceptile is still probably the best grass type in the game. It just outdoes Kartana as a grass type. You'll probably see a couple of Kartanas in my party in a moment. But Mega Sceptile is still the best grass type in the game at this moment in time. We'll have to wait and see what the new Megas in the Pokemon ZA game do when they get released. It's going to be quite interesting to see what happens with that. There we go, Kartana. Leaf Blade is boosted as well, which is good. So we have got Weather Boost on our side, so that will be boosting our grass type attacks, which is good. That's probably going to be helping to the fact of taking this down a little bit easier with 3 of us. And there we are, we're into the yellow with 178 seconds remaining, so that gives a good indication that we are going to be able to do this. All depends on what people's teams are when their first team fates, if they go back in with the same team or if they go in with another recommended. It may just take a little bit longer to do this second half, depending on what people are using now. So just over the halfway mark, we're well into a yellow now. Of course, 300 seconds for a legendary raid. 150 being the halfway mark. We've just gone past that, as you can see by the clock at the top. And well into the yellow, nearly hitting red in a couple more seconds, I think. There we go, red it is. Two people left in the lobby, so somebody's fainted. Hopefully they haven't dropped out, that would be terrible. Hopefully that goes back up to 3, there it is, back up to 3, so we're back in. Whoever fainted out there is back in. This is probably our 5th Pokemon, I would say. We've had the first Zekrom, then we had Sceptile, a couple of Kartanas, and then another Zekrom. So yeah, this will probably be our 5th Pokemon. We've probably got one more after this before our team fades out. But hopefully, we won't need a new team. We should be able to do it with this one that we've got now. There is Zekrom. And our last Pokemon is our Shiny Shaman. A very, very cool Shiny Shaman. Around about 91 IV, this Shiny Shaman, our best ever Shaman. And it is a very, very cool grass type as well, especially in this sky form. So, Hundo CP is 2351, we've got 2302. A little bit latency here, so a little bit of a lag. But we have got that winner raid done. Huge Kyogre, 2302, and it's huge. And we finish on a huge Kyogre for today's live stream. That was a terrible throw. That just literally fell out of the sky. Didn't mean to throw that first Pokeball at all. Excellent throw on that one though. Doesn't catch. Terrible throw. Kyogre just moving at the wrong time there. So can we catch the extra large Kyogre? Another excellent throw. One. Still breaking out after one rock. That is not a very good start. Oh, it's just moving as well at the wrong time. Been a little bit difficult, this Kyogre is. Just moving at the wrong time again. Just moving at the wrong time. Pokemon definitely seem to move more now when you get towards the excellent circle. They only ever seem to move when you are about to hit an excellent. That's when they seem to move out of the way. There we go, another excellent. Is this the one? No, still not rocking more than once. Didn't even rock at all that time. Excellent. So back-to-back excellence. Hopefully that helps. Still rock twice, but no third rock, no catch so far. Three excellent throws in a row now, and we still haven't managed to get it. Another excellent, 4 in a row. There we go. On the 4th excellent in a row, we managed to get it. Extra large Kyogre, our tallest one. I don't think we've actually had an extra large one before. It is just over 2300 CP. 2351, as we said before, is a Hundo. This one 141111. So not anything brilliant, but it is an extra large, which is pretty cool. So let's just mark that up as extra large, and let's just see if we have got any extra large Kyogre before. So let's go extra large and legendary, and you'll be able to see here that no, we haven't. We have got an extra large Groudon, so Kyogre extra large fits a bill as well. Nice little pairing there, and pretty much the same IVs, the same CPs as well, 2305, 2302. So not much different with CPs. So that will be the live stream for today. Let me know in the comments what you think of that extra large Kyogre, and also let me know in the comments what you're going to be using your bottle cap on. I will be doing a video explaining the bottle cap, the uses, and also what you could be using your bottle cap on, and also how it all works with the hyper training and stuff like that. I will be doing an extra video on that on my YouTube channel, so make sure to keep an eye out for that over the course of the next few days. But thanks so much for watching the Solosis Spotlight Hour tonight. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel as well, and turn that notification bell on. We will be live again later this week, probably around about Sunday this week, so make sure to keep an eye out for that on the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.